First Peter chapter 3 is a beautiful and insightful passage that offers guidance on how to live a life of faith and righteousness. Now, particularly in the context of relationships and personal conduct. It encourages us to embrace a spirit of humility, love, and trust in God's providence. Now, as we delve into this chapter, we find a ton of spiritual wisdom that can be deeply meaningful for our lives today. Now, in the opening verses, Peter addresses the dynamics of family life and interpersonal relationships. He talks about the roles of husbands and wives, emphasizing mutual respect and understanding. Now, this passage reminds us that love and humility should be at the heart of all our relationships, and that a gentle and quiet spirit is of great worth in God's sight. The chapter also highlights the importance of maintaining a good conscience and living a life of integrity. In a world often riddled by difficulties and division, we're called to bless others, not repay evil with evil. We're reminded that it's better to suffer for doing good than for doing evil, echoing Christ's example of suffering for the sake of righteousness. One of the most powerful and encouraging verses in this chapter is 1 Peter 3:15, which says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect." This verse reminds us that our faith should be a source of hope and a testament to the transformative power of Christ in our lives. We're called to share our faith with love and gentleness and respect, and to be ready to explain the reason for our hope to those, again, who inquire or ask. Now, as we reflect on 1 Peter chapter 3, we find a very profound message of faith, love, humility, and resilience in the face of adversity. It encourages us to lead lives of quiet strength, anchored in our trust in God, even when facing trials and difficulties. Ultimately, this chapter reminds us that our faith is not passive. It should manifest in our daily interactions, making a positive impact on the world as we emulate Christ's example of love and righteousness.